Hello, this is Dry Oasis. I'm your host. And these two always are my two co-hosts, Kirby and Snorlax. Say hello, Kirby and Snorlax. Hi. And as always, I hope that you've had a great day so far. And if not, I hope the rest of your day is better or tomorrow is better for you. And speaking of hope, the stuff that I hope will get better, again, this is part of my stream, my California Wildfire Relief stream series. This time will be Apollo Justice and part of Case 2. So, yep. Sorry for the long delay, but here we go finally. No, I should probably start it up again. It's a great song. Time to boogie on down. With that bass. Oh, as for the Wildfire Relief Stream series, all of the money that I'm going towards will go to the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation, so if you can help out with that while I boogie down, thank you so much. Ah, that's a good bass. Alright, back to where I was. Case 2. Again, the picture on the right, I always thought about, was Hobo Phoenix for a while, but it's just a picture of the judge. Right? June 17th, 9:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. This is it! The big day! Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Apollo, with the good amount of YouTuber work, goes at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. Relatable. Right. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. Not enough for a good night's sleep. Most adults say that 7 to 8 hours is the most relatable time you should go to sleep. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. I know it from somewhere. But where? Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Nope, I don't get... Nope, I'm not here for trials anymore. Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman think of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's early morning and you're already at it, Trucy. Besides, there's only one person that I truly love. Okay, so this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecutor's witness is? Alita Tiella. Alita Tiella. Alita Tiella. Alita Tiella. Alita Tiella. Alita Tiella. Your client's fiancée. She's going to be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? Wait, how do I spell fiancé? Is it with 2 or 1? Here. Look at... Look how fiancé is written here twice. Is it 2 or 1? Tell me the truth, game. Tell me the truth. Let me see here. Whoops. I put on freelance. Fiancé. So there's 2 different kind of spellings. Okay. You'll have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today. That much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. Trucy! Nothing about the panties day. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. You can pull a killer out of your panties? Why haven't you done that before? It would make everything so much livelier. June 17th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie-Kitaki. Walkie-Kitaki, 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 Walkie-Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct here, Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new wave. Not new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside. The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? I never was in a relationship, so I don't even know what that means. His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life. With no chance for parole. I mean, after all, we do have our hit single, Guilty Love. Very well. You may show the, lucky lady to the stand. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. I don't know how to do that song from that one show. Luck to be a lady tonight. Your name and occupation, Fräulein? Alita Tiella. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Judge, you want to tell me what's going on here? Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another emerald trait. Something that we should have all in this law, in this firm, in this courthouse, in this whole world. Fräulein, it's the truth that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans. His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Wagi's plan. It was the day of the family... It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus has lied, he flew into a rage. He tried to... I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols, and then played Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for a while. He was on a roll for a while until he lost his killing streak to somebody else. And you already know what happened that night. He just wanted to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6, but his father was like, no, so he took his Xbox away and then tried to kill Dr. Maractus. I just don't know how anybody but Waki could have done it. I mean, I play Fortnite Battle Royale. That's totally more innocent. So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family, then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki Mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrels that fired them, called rifling marks. I thought it was ballistic markings, but whatever. Rifling marks? Think of them as a gun fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Good old times. Let's see here. Apply. Well, there might be one person. How can you say that for certain? How? Her forehead. You will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Waki was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, ja. That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Did someone else have used that pistol? There could have been another. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. And one other person had access to that pistol. What's this? What's this? What's this? A criminal at this scene? What's this? They could have shot someone. Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Can't be him. Can't be him. Boy, I wish it was him. It couldn't have been her. Couldn't have been him. Couldn't have been him. He's the star prosecutor. It wasn't her. He sounds like he's... Yeah, it couldn't have been him. Or him. I mean, who else at this point? Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? Who, what, where, when? And how? You were quite clear when you told the courts. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you know what he was planning. Objection! Let me guess this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this? Sure through the heart, and you're to blame, darling dear. A leader gives love a bad name. It does seem a bit unfathomable to be sure. I'm all for romance, and for supporting your partner in life to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing connection between the witness and Miss Tiala, and the victim. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, what? Whatever, why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you justified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. I mean, what kind of jerk are you? An investigative PI? Am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love. Past wasn't. There's no connection now. It doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Marxist Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is connected to the Marxist Clinic. These sandals were found in the Marxist Clinic lobby. Hey there, juicy lips. Nice to see you. I'm just playing some Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Doing well, thank you. They're yours, aren't they? Ah. Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side, like all the other prosecutors should be. How dare you? Perhaps you are unaware of the toes leave toe prints? Simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Oh ho ho! I've got her good. And just day 2 of my little charity stream. That hasn't gotten really any traction so far, so hoping a little while it goes good. Nice to see you too. Well, now we see your true colors. Whoops. I'm guessing that was like some kind of emote or something. Whoops. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic. Which means you were there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus clinic that day? Oh, just to get a haircut. Well, it was after the haircut, but I just happened to pass on by. It was like a few places late. Maractus clinic. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why would I have gone? Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. Aww. My mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him any harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there's still one thing which is not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these to the sandals to the clinic, Ja. But then why did she not wear them home? If I were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. So why were the sandals left behind? Ah, you pointed out the contradiction before me. What a show-off. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals which you wore home by mistake, y'all? Ja? Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it's nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Jaw forehead? Oh, what the? No fair. It's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Oh, darn it. Whoopsie doopsie. Let's see here. Pull in. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad here, Doctor. He deserves a spanking. This is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filled this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're both for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business does seem quite to be... This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Huh? My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten up just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, your nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? Now what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, it has to be it! What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Tracy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Like I'm not a spirit medium. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. Then it's up to me and my bracelet. Don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Yeah! Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart? And... why would I go to the clinic now? Huh? For a half-year-old's chart. Here again. Why would I go to the clinic? Gotcha! Gotcha! Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you use your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She wasn't sure. I saw it. Now, that's a key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Eh? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. You've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Oh yeah, I can feel it. Get away from us, Shulk. It's not your time yet. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kentuckys are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Eh? Oh, nothing. Why should I think about anything? Why should I think anything? Oh? I think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew that Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. But you knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. Herc! Full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Eek. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witnesses admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Like something out of Led Zeppelin. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Marcus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. She's trying to keep off her head of gonna try instead of going under. If the Kentucky's got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait! Miss Tiala? It's true. That chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. In the end, that's all. I told him about walking in one home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us. This is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well. The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Grr, I was so close. You're so close, Apollo. Keep it on her, Apollo. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. Objection! You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? Looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Marcus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Objection! Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. Objection! Ah, but this was stuck inside that doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far. Objection! Objection! But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Objection! Objection! Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kentucky mansion that day. But the marks on this bullet matched the murder weapon. Then that proves the firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. That bad here, forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to see their position? The bullet inside that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained this top secret chart. Why did I almost say tart? There was nothing sweet inside there. Do you think someone was trying to threaten... Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Or witness, Alida Tiala. Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alida Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently the Kitakis have been inserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh? Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. Lucky, no. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. Left to die, so I left him to die too. They're in that park. Lucky, just cool down or so. You keep your hands off my Alita, well. Miss Giala? I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Waki. Wake up and smell the roses and reality. Alita baby? The signature on the chart. The engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita. Your honesty is like a breath fresh foul air, Fräulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way. That's whack. I'm trying to hear that. He said that's whack. You take that back, or you're gonna get smacked. I don't think so. I'll say you're whack. Should have gone with the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Whoa, Alita! Come on now! Accuse. Of what crime, might ask? Attempted murder? Oh, that's going to be so fitting. Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure, I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. You know what, I don't know Bad Girl by Billie Eilish too much, but she's a cool singer. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do such a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... what are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Well, you could have taken walkies. You think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I heard him said, it was me, I shot him. Objection! That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Is it part of Herr Justice's head? Hey, that was uncalled for, Trucy. Certainly the Fräulein wanted that chart. You said she frightened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh, you see? The chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ack! He's right. Miss Tiola. Yes? It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. And you Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth? Tell us about yourself, including your actions or whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were on the miraculous clinic on the day of the crime. Witness testimony. The miraculous clinic, part 2. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole that pistol, do you? That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Miraculous was shot in the temple or not. You went back later? The chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the charts then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Miraculous was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah, that was you? Ah, Apollo, that sound. It came from behind this door. Someone's in there. A break-in. It left through that window. So the burglar. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing and brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. We are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Meaning the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Hold it! The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot it from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. No, he wasn't. The victim turned his head to look. And I forgot the rest. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. Objection! But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime. But he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where we tossed those panties. Mr. Stickler shouted from this location the bullet couldn't have hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. Wait, not even cereal? Just plain old milk? I mean, not even eggs? Well, my father is rather stingy for groceries. I mean, I am a piano man and a performer. A street performer at that. I don't think we can even afford cereal right now. Just mostly lunch and dinner. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The Bandy's guy was mistaken.
Objection!
Oh, BS. But his location was proven. You can't write off that as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Objection. Then why don't you show us your forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness panties guy was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? Well, wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing that shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Monkey Kataki was standing at the killer mark. The stickler was at the witness mark. And of course, Palmaractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? As the facts stands now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from a completely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
Objection! It's time to raise the roof. And the stakes. Eh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? Or what if they were a bit more terrifying? Like so. Double penalty? Like double jeopardy? A forehead which is to take us in a new direction? Just like that bent? Ah, good old times. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. New direction, I think you mean one. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? He is the witness Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood. And the victim turned his head when he shouted. There's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. This is crazy, but it's true.
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiela. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Mr. Stickler was standing to the trash can when he saw the two men. Models. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. The shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no, you can't be serious. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Kool-Aid Man, what are you doing here? This is no time to come up from the courthouse. Sorry. I'm sorry, this is just like that one time in Family Guy. Which direction was this? Right temple I'm facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order, order, order. I would like some noodles with that if you don't mind. So you're saying that the killer was inside the noodle stand? Objection! Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murder in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you noticed if you were pulling someone along. Objection! There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one step at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, I've got it. I've got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. The Maractus Clinic. They're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Heck! Oh, and Miss Tiala? Your toe print was found in the left slipper. Herc. In other words, this is proof you were inside the noodle stand. This attorney always has great music. Alright, enough dancing. Eek! Objection! Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Could this be called a footprint in good faith? Objection! Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. Slipper wouldn't leave a trace on the cobblestone path. Objection! Yet you still cannot say that this is a footprint, Ja. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. Noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there, Ja. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, Yes, I can prove one thing. that I do have proof that someone could have hidden in that stand. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's noodle stand. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls was in the victim's clinic? Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Solita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of this wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. There are worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. She's a heartbreaker, heart taker. I never know you mess around her. She's a heartbreaker, heart taker. I don't know. No. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale. And I'm not a believer. Then please pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. Oops, those gravity. Ooh, there's Mom's spaghetti. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? What was Miss Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Witness testimony. Tiala's explanation. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought that the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brad got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth, or it's over. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. Yeah, that's a bull-faced lie.
Gotcha!
All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this last one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I'll slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. Huh? All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? I have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I'd hope. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. Seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habits or unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. Oh, duh, Sherlock. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiella. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. We haven't done that yet.
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again, young lady. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Huh? Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Why did I always say steak? Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. The room is going around in circles. I don't know how to do this Post Malone song. Fly away, break away. Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiella. Please remove your scarf. Eek. Objection! This is a trial to determine what was happened in the park. Yet we seem to drifted off target. Objection! We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can order me to. Miss Giella, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiella? Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait. Looking at this lamp, with the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Herc. Birds flying or whatever. Eek. Order, order, order! Will someone please tell me what really happened and get me some Dane Eldoon's noodles? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my client's seen his last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can shave your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You know, one in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company. You! What happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Oh God. Paul Maractus was serious. deadly serious enough to kill someone. You really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. Ooh, look at the judge. So, you were the victim. And Dr. Maractus, yes? And the red splotch in the cord was your lipstick. Sure, let's go with that. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? Yeah? I was out cold, almost killed. And I'm thinking about that one song from No Doubt. And you claimed I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I? Ah. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. It's harder and harder to breathe. Oh, is there anyone out there? Because it's getting harder and harder to breathe. I told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this. Objection! Not so fast. This party is just getting started. Now we rock. I'm going out, so we better get this party started. What? Those spikes in your head are softer than they look. Or do not have the stomach to go all the way. Prosecutor Gavin? How Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There's more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Ract is pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Boylan, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over to what we've learned up until now. But a little bit after break. Because I'm a little bit thirsty. I hope those in the chat are currently rocking and they're currently rolling as I currently do all this. Five-minute break. doing that. Right there. There we go. Yeah. Alright, before I go use the restroom, like I pointed out earlier in this stream, I'm trying to raise awareness of the whole Californian Wildfire Relief Foundation or so. This is part of that series or whatever. I forgot what it was called, but I'm trying to raise awareness for that and trying to put in the see if anybody's going to help out with donations for that. I've so far put in a donation for the charity Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation. So if you can help out with the fundraiser, please help out. Doesn't matter if it's like a few cents, $1, or probably $10. Any kind of relief for the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation is really helpful because of the whole situation over there in Los Angeles. So please help out in any way you can. Doesn't matter about your affiliation right now. Those fires definitely need to be put out. There's a lot of stuff that has been lost thanks to the fires, so, and the disasters. So any help for that area in particular can be really helpful, and I appreciate your time. Now, excuse me, I'm going to go to the restroom. Yeah, I think it was time. Alright. Back to the thing of things. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup reports, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own own medicine, I mean. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Delita Tiata. Perhaps he thought to death. What did you do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of this clinic, and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Hair Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiela. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? That's his next move. Dr. Maractus stole Gael Dune's noodle stand. Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place? Ah! Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd kill you. He'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Baby, I'm crazy. Baby, you're crazy. Baby, I'm crazy. Possibly.
Objection!
Let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on its way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kataki?
Objection!
Objection! I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Objection! Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea to where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram to where exactly was the victim dragging that stand. Oh boy.
Take that!
There. That's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have any other options, Foreline. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiela. Herc! And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler of penny-snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts, and in that instant... Okay, so there are two guns? This never made sense to me. So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. But why then was there another pistol? If it had to be you. And why did Dr. Maractus not think about, like, you know, doing something with that pistol? Well, Miss Olita Tiela? Huh. Nice work. You mean, I'm right? Nice work if you can get it. I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that sand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Master Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out their foreheads' errors? Like maybe there really is something. I believe that Foreland speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car? That's right. Our Marx's clinic has that big garage. And what's that? A green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. Yuck. So we find our victim without probable cause to steal that sand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Foreline. Too bad you're quite wrong. Eh? Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yes, I nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to the garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, Glittering contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. Forehead. No! Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Mr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that the Corona surrender, I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiela. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence? Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Let's see now. Panties again! Hold on a moment while I sneeze. All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was cut in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the miraculous clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in the court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home. One of my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle wouldn't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike too. Hard to believe it could break just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust, they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Yella and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the miraculous garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Miraculous had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Well, Miss Yella, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see, cramped. The pain, my throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc, I know what you did. Walkie. You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No, he'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Jesus, I don't want you to. Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. There's still one mystery. How did he manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Martis didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Dang, girl! Eh? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Waki declared guilty, it was you. Wah, 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 wah. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone you just lost. I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice, now's a good time to reveal, even everything you learned about the last few days. You lost. But I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter here, forehead? Looks like there's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! I haven't seen these in a while. Court is adjourned. June 17th, or 12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Preach up, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did somehow. Hockey's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. He has you to think, hey, attorney man, you're gonna pay for what you did to Lita Holmes. Or to blame, I guess. You get my leave it up back. Stupid pointy hair attorney with a death wish. Enough. Walkie. Ah, Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the left, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about you don't understand, Walkie. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending? Wow. Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you. I do? Why you to put me on the spot? Was that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. My condition? I'm out of jail, of course, but what does that have to do with this thing? I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of good money right. Oh, it pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean. You aren't really, are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you've got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. See my face, I am for real. Please understand, Walkie. Dad! Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for Walkie? What's it good, old man? One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see you as the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. Why, Walkie? No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kitaki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kitaki Lime Pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. So that's what the apron was. And he was gone. And hopefully the Kitakis are forever in my life. Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? We make a good team. Don't just stand there. Let's get going. Why not? She did help me out. There's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. You have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Right to claim a reward from Mr. Altoon. Salty old noodles. Right. He's got a stand back already? Oh, and after that you can see my show. Can come see my show. With a special arrangement. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hats. Oh, it's special, alright. Please. Anything but him. The end. Turnabout corner awarded. In progress. All right. All right. Next is gonna be up there with the next part. The ever so feelings of case 3. Good old times. Good old times. Well, now knowing what's gonna happen in that case, I'm just gonna get me some water to get me mentally prepared for that case. Yeah. Yeah. A little stretchy. Yep. Oh, joys. All right. All right. Time to get into the big one. Turnabout Serenade. Yeah, sure, why not? Episode 3, Turnabout Serenade. Let's rock! We love you! Rock on, everyone! The party's just not over yet. Get out your handkerchiefs for a special guest. That's right, baby. The night's just getting started. Actun. Baby. Thanks for coming to the Governor's Guilty as Charged tour. This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will be now a 20-minute intermission. July 7th, 8:05 p.m., backstage hallway. Man, I've been to a few concerts here and there. The last one I've been to was the Eagles over at the Acrisure Arena, where I got this guy. Oh yeah, I do plan on seeing... Oh yeah, Billy Idol and Joanne Jett and the Blackhearts are going to be there in September. I definitely want to go to that one. I was supposed to go to the Aerosmith one, but unfortunately they've retired thanks to Stephen Tyler's vocal cords, so... Oh well. This is so cool! Us at a Governor's concert! Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing from the acoustics. The Governor's putting the sick back in music. Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice, sending us those tickets at 20% off. They're hard to get a hold of, you know. When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free. Let's head to his dressing room, Apollo. You know, like we're a couple of VIPs. I always dreamed of being a VIP at a Governor's show. Trucy? You didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Clavier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. Well, yeah, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to swing over Gods of Rock. God awful, maybe. Whoa! Apollo with the burn and Trucy with that face. Oh, man, I haven't seen her with that face in a long time. I bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. Got 12 Governor's albums and 15 concert videos. That was quite a bit of impulse shopping. I get an advance on my next 15 years worth of allowance. Really? Really? Phoenix Wright would allow you to do that after he was the one who got Phoenix Wright to lose his badge. For Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity, especially for Mr. Gavin. You would have imagined me being here at a Governor's concert watching Prosecutor Gavin rock. To be honest, it was kind of cool, and I'm kind of envious. Gosh darn his vocal cards, he's better than mine. Not that I'd ever admit that to Trucy, or to him. July 7th, Governor's dressing room. Ah, you made it! Mr. Gavin, thanks so much for the tickets. And the invoice you sent along with them. You're incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin. Nothing like music to brighten the mood up after a tragedy. And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. How many acts are there? Lamar singing, right? The siren of the ballad? Oh, yeah. The flyer said she flew all the way over for this show. That's right. I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. Lamar says, you praise me too highly. Whoa, who's this guy? He's huge. Allow me to introduce you to Romain Litaus, Lamar's manager, and her interpreter, incidentally. It is a great honor for us to be here, and a great honor for Lamar to be heard in this country. Oh, I forgot about Borginian. That voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. Ooh, it's Lamar. I'm actually meeting Lamar. Lamar, mysterious songstress. Her quiet, deep song glides through the air. Lilting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. No, this is music. She's a real artist. Wait, how do you know her, Apollo? Lamar says we have long to look forward to this joint performance. Lamar, your voice. It is art. Yet without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. Hello there. I've never seen two people like this before. This is such strange. I've seen this kid somewhere before. He plays piano at all of Lamar's concerts. He's cute, and he's a really good pianist. Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear. Wait, what? What? How dare you? Elton John's still around, and, hold on a moment. Let me find in my book if there's a pianist I know in my sheet here. Today at least. Adele's a really good artist. Yeah, she came after this. She was really good after this game came out. Give me a moment here. I think there's not much I can think about contemporary. Just give me a moment. Wayne. Darn it. Billie Eilish's brother Phineas, if he's still around. Say what you will, but imagine Dragons and Coldplay have really good pianists. Probably mediocre, but they're still, like, whatever. Does Daft Punk? Wait, Daft Punk is retired. Damn it. That's a good question. I know I'm running this, joke. Oh, FinMK. FinMK is a Insane in the Rain and FinMK. I know they're not artists traditionally, but their piano work has been really good. I strongly advise those two. Almost forgot. They make really good covers and all that. I can testify to that much. Allow me to introduce Maki Tubai. He is blind. This is why he never strays from far from Lammeror. They're always together. They're like characters from some fairy tale. Lammeror, sir, what's that word? Exotic and mysterious. She does seem quite pretty, at least her eyes do. Hers is a kind of sightseeing music, huh? She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song. Even though her appearance and voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm. Sights into song. That's so poetic. She was gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. The guitar serenade. I hope you enjoy it. I miss hearing the original version so much. But man, this is gonna be one of those days that I either love or hate this song. This is gonna be one of the first times that I love it. I can't wait. And now it is time. For the next part, we're giving the Governor's hard rock a little rest. Lamar, the stage is yours. The band members will not be played during Lamar's ballad. Only Maki's tender tones and Lamar's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course. Woohoo! Nights like this make it all worthwhile, you know. I should have learned to play the guitar. There's not much romance in Chords of Steel. Shall we hit the stage, then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin. Take care of your hearts aren't stolen away, Ja. Let's go back to the concert hall, Polly, and hear that sweet, sweet song. Right after these messages, I'll be right back. I'm so giddy. Who's her little breathing reminds me of the Pokemon thing? Pokemon Revive? Yeah. It looks really cool. Sugar, sugar. Oh, that night with your embrace, when you stole away the keys, yeah, my heart slipped into so tight. Pleasure, it's a fleeting melody. It was wrapped itself around me, around And so went through the air, fly, fly. Wow, wow, burning on land, my heart's fire, burning by every way, all away, like a flower lit of fire, like my love away, all away. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. And two things were happening there. Lamar's mass disappearing trick and Gravier's burning guitar. The end. And we never see that footage again. And we never see that footage again. And we never see that footage again. July 7th, 9:05 p.m. Backstage hallway. Wow, wasn't Lamar amazing? I even cried a little. I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. I mean, how did the sprinklers not turn off? I mean, that was just really dangerous. What a protection. What a destruction. I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. He looked as surprised as I was. Is that what they call risking life and limb for art? I think he's my new hero. I'm not sure I'd call that art. Well, what are we doing here? Let's go to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. There's 20 minutes till the last part of the show. The scene does have Act 3. How many breaks does this BN's need? July 7th, Governor's dressing room. What the heck was that? I was never consulted about it. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. I've asked the man in charge. I play a new rock and not great balls of fire, like that Jerry Lee Lewis guy. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whoever's responsible. He seems upset. Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? Hey, I didn't do it. So much for risking your life for art. The guitar serenade is ruined. Ruined! Well, let's try to talk to him at least. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. He's looking at me angrily. Let's try anyways. You mean the guitar, that wasn't part of the act? But what did the act? We'd burn up a guitar on purpose. But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning in my heart, fire, burn my love all away. Wait, you think the audience thought it was? Sounds like he got lucky. He probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. He got lucky, and he didn't realize it. What a guy. Anyway, that guitar was the Ferrari of all guitars. All the speed, all the sound, all the price. If I burned one of those at least every show, I'd go broke. I'm usually frugal for a rock band. Try saying that to Mr. Gavin. Acton, this day's been one disaster after another. My Hagwantron, my guitar case has been broken. Daddy told me there would be days like these. Wasn't Lamour's song incredible? You worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Ah yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. I wrote the lyrics, and she wrote the melody. You know, I'm surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Ah, here! What's this? Lyric sheet. It's yours. Signed by myself and Glamorod. Yippee! Thanks so much. Will I ever get to sign the client defense agreements? That's my first piece of evidence. Nothing's gonna go wrong on this day. Almost time for the third act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, Amara's party's done. Now it's time for us to drop our groove again, Ja. Hope you're ready to catch it. Woohoo! Ready, Apollo? I think I'll pass. Eh? I like the bit with Lamar, but the rest could use a volume knob turned all the way down. Ah, Apollo, you're getting old. Does 22 qualify as old to you, a 15-year-old? I mean, I guess that's what I heard from Phoenix Wright a while ago with that one kid. Well, I'm going. Let the old folks rest backstage, Shaw. Time to rock and roll. I want to rock. Ah, da 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 da. I want to rock. Yeah. I want to rock. Yeah. Dun da 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 dun da da da. I want to rock, rock. Dun da 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 dun da 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 da. Well, guess I gotta look around. July 7th, backstage hallway. Hey, it's you. That right kid. Detective Sky. I'll let that right kid business pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shared a bottle of fingerprinting powder. You might want to rephrase that, Emma. That's a new one. So, Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. You think I want to be here? Be in charge of security in this pit? Security? Did something happen? There's no knowing without glamorous fop. Apparently he's all upset because something was stolen. Why did security back here during the concert? What does he get off acting like he's some big rock star? He is a big rock star. Hey, you listening to me? So, where's this door lead to? The one on the other side of you. This one? That's Lamora's dressing room. Don't even think of going in there unless you want a piece of Snakuzi in her face. Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? Emma? Munch, 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 munch. I've never seen someone eat snacks with such vehemence. Better give her a wide berth. Katonk. She snack-hooed me. I guess I'd leave her alone for a while. What's this doing here? What's this? Some kind of headset earpiece? Munch, 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 munch. Why would someone leave this in the hallway? Munch, 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 munch. Maybe Lamra's bodyguard dropped it? Munch, 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 munch. Emma! Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? Ha! If you think you're going to pull away from me and my snacks just to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're going to be sorely disappointed. At least I got her to stop munching. Yeah. Let's see what's in here. So this is Lamora's dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll... What was that, a gunshot? Something's going on. You, out of my way! Emma! Lamar! It's not locked. I'm going in. XX. The good old days. July 7th, 9:30 p.m. Lamar's dressing room. What's that awful noise? Oh, it's a concert. It's Lamar's manager, Mr. What's-His-Name. Mr. Lataus! Oh no! Hey, you! Me? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? And don't touch anything. I'll be right back. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... oh no, he's a ghost! He's alive! Mr. Latos, can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? Shots. I was shot. Who? Who shot you? I don't know. Ask what? Ask witness. Witness? There was a witness? Who? Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry. You're going to be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Lithouse. Tell me, who was the witness? The witness is Siren. Siren? How can a siren witness anything? Mr. Lithouse! Pipes, Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. Could have sworn I heard a door close. Concert's been cancelled. Backup's on the way. It's on its way. It's Mr. Lithouse. He said, isn't he? That's terrible. I lost him. Romain Lithouse shot, and I heard his last words. His famous last words. The witness is the siren, whatever that means. July 7th, backstage hallway. Flavia, what are you seeing? When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see the Black Parade. Oh no, he's gone into full emo. The venue's locked down. I need to figure out how to do this. The venue's locked down. We took names and addresses. No. I need to figure out something for this guy. This weird mullet guy. Yo, venue's locked down. We took names and addresses before letting the crowds go. Good work, Darian. I'll let you know if I find anything odd about the victim. Later. It's investigation time then. Yeah, Fräulein Detective? I don't need some rock and rolling prosecutor to tell me that. One request I must make. Tell no one on staff or otherwise anything of this. Oh, a gag order. No word gets out, other than that Mr. Lithouse is dead. No word of the cause of death, or of the murder. Tell no one, not even Lamar? Not even her. We must keep everything under wraps. And one other thing. Need your signature on here. Your forehead. Yours too, Fräulein. On that? An investigation request. Why just us? You two are civilians. It's a standard procedure. It should be okay to sign, I think. Right, well, let's get started with the investigation. I'm on it already. And one tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get into Fräulein Detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. I wonder why. We were all questioned as witnesses. And now none of us can go home. Gee, thank you, staff. And whoever shot Lithouse. We'll investigate all right. Our way. Somehow I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. Still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. This is no time for navel-gazing. Let's crack this case. Navel-gazing? Looking at your noses? Okay. I worry about Tracy. She seems to have a very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something the matter? No, let's get cracking. I'm the only one who was there. The only one who heard Mr. Latos's last words. The witness is sorry, Siren. First order of business is to find out what he meant by siren. And to take a little break. I need to go use a restroom. It's almost time. I need to restrict some. Be right back. I think my water needs. Yep, I'll be right back. I'll see you in about like 7:45. So happy times and happy days. And now I'm back. Yeah. For me, more Ace Attorney time. Let's do this. Oh yeah, I have to drink on my water bottle. I think I'm just gonna Darn it. You could have sworn I saw something interesting. Oh well. Now back to the game. To the dressing room. July 7th. Cavalier's dressing room. Huh. Looks like nobody's here. Prosecutor Gavin's probably busy with the case too. No rest for the wicked, like Cage the Elephant always said. No rest for us either, Apollo. Let's get rocking. Rock, rock. I wanna rock. Dun dun da 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 dun da 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 da. I wanna rock. Dun dun da 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 dun da da. I want to rock. Guess I'll go to the stage in the meantime. July 7th in the wings. Stage looks empty. I was hoping to get a chance to talk with Prosecutor Gavin. Oh well, nothing to do but go to the crime scene, I guess. What was the thought of not going in there? Rude. July 7th, Lamoureux's dressing room. Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come. Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. You have to let us investigate this scene, please. Your attorneys know. Shouldn't you wait until you have a client? But you did tell me to ask the witness to siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glare at me all you want. You'll get no snacks from me. Not even a great golden snack, you. Please. Think of poor Lamoureux. Oh well, I suppose. You did find the body with me. Great, let's get to it. Right. Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look. She's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here. I can feel it. I'm really feeling it. Leave no hanker unhung. No spot unspotted. Mr. Romain Latouche, wasn't it? He was Lamoureux's manager, interpreter, apparently. This was his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know many people here. It doesn't seem likely. Nor can I think of anyone with a motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who? Lamoureux. No one here might have had a motive, but she's from... What are you talking about? Urk, hey, it was Emma's idea. I said nothing. Munch, munch, munch. Only implied. always with the snacks. He's a big man, or was. I don't think even I would win in a fight with him. Which is why whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing. You sent a request to the Borginian embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone. You do? That's true. It was us who found the body. What? Huh. I guess that's what I miss for watching the concerts. Yeah, I wish I was watching the concert now. Anything would be better than this. Well, we know the crime scene took place during the concerts. And when we heard the shot and entered the room, the killer was already gone. What? But that doesn't make any sense. You came in when you heard the shot and no one was here? How did they leave the room? That window is a little too small, isn't it? The mystery of the disappearing killer. What's this? What's this? I found it on the floor. Oh, what a pretty brooch. Oh, Emma? You're not going to say, "Can I have it, please," are you? Oh. Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't get you any special treatment with me. Oh. It's not healthy to envy the young Emma. It's not about envy. It's about tampering with evidence. Note to self, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution. You need to learn to respect your elders a little. Something seems familiar about that brooch. Brooch added to the court record. Are these bullet holes? Looks like it. There are 2 here in the wall. From the look of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have missed. But there are 2 holes. Wouldn't that mean 2 misses? The murder weapon is a .45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. I believe what we're seeing here is the mark left by the second bullet after it passed through the shoulder. Ouch! Sounds painful. No kidding. I wonder about this murder weapon. Ah, there we go. That's a body, isn't it? Sure is. The victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Go ahead, Apollo. You first. Me? No, you should go first. Trucy, really. Will you two stop bickering and get over here? She's munching on snack cues again. Hope she's not too annoyed. No clues here. Except for a giant... Ow. Eek! Is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about, red stuff than I do. Yep. Says who? Something is strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? Apollo, look at this hand. He's holding something. Hey, no touching. You can throw all the snacks at me you like. You can throw all the snacks at me you like, Emma. You can throw all the snacks you'd like at me, Emma. But sooner or later, you're going to run out of them. You raise a good point. I'm a bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. See there? He's holding something. What's this? What's this? A key ring in his hand? You think it might belong to the killer? Certainly a possibility. What an unusual key ring. And what unusual keys. This could be a vital clue. Key ring. Mr. Latus died clutching this. Note the heart-shaped ring. Hey! I got a new complaint! Mr. Romain Latos is holding these keys. This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver? That's right, a big 45 caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought this in here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't. Listen, I was out in the hall eating snackies when it happened. I know, I know. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean they had planned this from the start. That's right? The murder weapon, a deadly high-caliber revolver. What's here? What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouth is catching flies. Huh? Nothing. It's nothing. Maybe that's how the killer escaped? That's what you were thinking, right? When we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out. That air vent is one possibility. But it's much too small. What if the killer about your size, Tracy? I didn't do it. I was cutting up the dance floor at the time, thank you. I know, of course, I don't think you did it. It's hard to tell you with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Look, there's a little window over there. Maybe the killer escaped through that. It's barely big enough for me to get my head through. Not to mention it only opens up a crack. What? I was just saying it's possible. Right, no harm in that. So if I'm pretty sure it is impossible. You could peek into the room through it though, you know? That's the body, isn't it? I'm gonna... Anything else I should look at for you? The body was holding a key ring. Wonder what it could mean. It must mean something. Doesn't look like the kind of Mr. Lutus would use. So the question is, whose key ring is it? Well, you're practically a detective there, Apollo. Practically. I'm glad it brings up so much joy to mock me. Anything else over there? Yeah. Doesn't look like anything around here might work. No clues there. And back. Right, moving on over to the hallway. Let's see about the dressing room. Back to the hallway. Back to the stage. I'm forgetting something, aren't I? Oh, right. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. Ah, that's for monitoring the siege from this room. Monitoring? This pipes in a real-time feed from the siege microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Yes, I seem to recall it being loud and vaguely musical. It made it hard to hear Mr. Letaus's last words. Huh? Another ladder. Actually, it's technically a step ladder. Oh, here we go with this joke. Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination. I'm less worried about the stepladder and more worried about why it's there. Why is the ladder there? Oh, to climb, right? Reach something on the ceiling? You still say it's a stepladder. Oh, Trucy, you. You see solo after that breach clearly. No way. If you want that bad, get your daddy to buy it for you. Daddy always says. Trucy, if you want something, go find or borrow it. Oh, and when in doubt, big. Leave it to Mr. Right. I should be concerned about Trucy's future. But I'm more concerned about the owner of that brooch. Alright, I should present that. I forgot I can examine stuff. So, this is a murder weapon? This revolver is incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You could still smell the gunpowder. That's odd. What's odd? Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair. Tell us. It's just something about this revolver seems strange. Strange? What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big and heavy. That's right. It's a 45 caliber. That makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry guns this big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much power to kill at such close range. It's overkill. I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy, just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I can only ever eat 1 or 2 bites. And that's not a problem? There's another thing about a gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain? Yeah, see, if you were to fire this revolver, the recoil would probably dislocate your shoulder. I wonder if that's true for Fortnite fans. Ouch! It's like the shooter's a victim too. Yet the killer used this revolver and quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting. Used to shooting a high-caliber weapon? Well, that's about it. I think we've looked at just everything about everything there is. I guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It is hard to know when to stop. But anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. Or I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but can you wait here till I get back? Huh? Well, actually, we have to. Great, thanks. She left. Well, what am I supposed to do until they come back? What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait. Great, now how am I supposed to investigate? Oh well, I guess it can't be helped. Let's go. Huh, go? There's time's a wasting, Apollo. We have a lot of ground to cover. Well, that's true, but... on second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine. Of course it will. Let's go. July 7th, backstage hallway. Ah! Eek! Who's there? Okay. We didn't just imagine that, did we? It was her in his silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. Whoever that was, he was sure looked suspicious. Suspicious! Is that a... no, it's already here. July 7th. In the wings. What is it with today? Problem after problem. Octon! You ain't kidding. It's the two leading members of the Cavaliers, Apollo. Clavier on vocals and Darian on guitar. They're so cool. I have a hard time thinking of Clavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly. Huh? What are they arguing about? Probably the case, I'd bet. My hog won't start. My guitar is busted. My guitar's been burned to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? Hey man, don't blame me. You were the one who missed the cue. Me, miss a cue? How could I conceivably get the most important of that song wrong? That song wrong? How? What was that tinny playing of yours? Who you calling tinny? Sounds like they're having a spat. One of those differences in musical directions bands are always splitting up over. This is hardly the time. Huh? What are you two doing here? Hiya. We were just discussing the investigation, if you don't mind. Sorry, wait, you were what? Listen, you need to confirm that with the Republic of Virginia, Detective Crescent. Right, anything else? What did he just call him? Detective? Ah, greetings. Dorian Crescent, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. Hello. Criminal Affairs? Apollo, you really don't know anything about the Cavaliers, do you? Something tells me that's about to be reminded. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? The murder, what else? Oh, that. For me, today has been a hit of parade of crimes, you see. Prosecutor was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Something about his hog and his guitar case. Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Mr. Lataus than I do. For now, at least. Huh? You were the one who discovered the body, yeah? Ja? Why, we were performing in the middle of a performance, no less. Aren't you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll have to leave that to four-line detective. Wouldn't want to step on her toes. They're not exactly best buddies, are they? And Prosecutor Gavin, I mean. Well, what to do next? We've already checked out the crime scene. Prosecutor Gavin may be right. We might be the most informed for once. Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on things we found. I don't believe you, Apollo. How can you come to this concert and know about the Gaviners? It's not too surprising. Even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists. The Gaviners aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to the police somehow. The police? Like, the band The Police? Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. The real police. By day they pack heat, by night they heat up the stage. Every time I think of it, they're just walking on the moon. By day those lips interrogate, by night they sing songs of unrequited passion. Every breath you take, every move you break, every single take, every night you say, I'll be watching you. Okay. They debuted 7 years ago with 13 Years Hard Time for Love. What can I do? All I want to do is to get next to you. Then came out Love with No Chance of Parole, and My Boyfriend is the prosecution's witness. What can I do? All I want to do is be next... Oh, wait. True Fit? Well, I guess the True Fit's everybody, but I don't know about that one too much. The hits goes on and on, and on and on. Message in a bottle, yeah. Message in a bottle, yeah. This here's my right-hand man, Dardian Crescent. I make the melodies, and he attacks him with his guitar. It's a bit of a rogue, though, really. Well, I prefer a wizard. Huh, this guy's a bit of a perfectionist. When a performance goes the least bit wrong, he goes into this funk. Just like today. And it ain't uptown funk, it's downtown. I know murder would be more off-putting than a ruined concert. The concert today, a disaster. I'll get to the bottom of this, and then we'll see who missed Mr. Q. Hey there, Kirby Radio. Nice to see you here, and thanks for the bits. I think. And hello. My big Kirby back here says hello to you too. Hiyo! Hiyo, 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 hiyo. And my Snorlax as well. The Miss Q, they were arguing about that before. Right. Oh, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney? It's a good game, but this is probably one of these parts, so... Right, I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. And the investigation part of this game is, like, going to be something if you are going to stand back. Like this part, the Miss Q. What's this Miss Q you keep talking about? Ah, you heard it, didn't you? From the audience? Actually, I didn't notice anything. See, no amateur is going to pick up on that. Can you guarantee the entire audience of amateurs? No? No. Now take a listen to this. What's that? A mixing board. We used it to record our concert tonight. Are we supposed to be investigating a murder? Well, we've come this far. Might as well go all the way. I've always wanted to learn about the recording industry. And here we go. This is but one of the devices used in the recordings. We're a 5-part band. This lets us record each member's performance separately. Use the sliders to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out. I do love that part now. Wow, neat. So, could you say here only the drum parts? Of course. That's how we'll find the criminal guilty of missing his cue tonight. I'm more concerned with the other criminal, the one who kills people. You want to help on the case? Help me with mine. I guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting. Let's begin. First, we bring out the part of the performance in question. You simply choose the section of the song you wish to hear on the uppermost bar. Like so. There it is. Now listen. Was something wrong? You couldn't hear it? Listen again closely. Ah, the timing's a little off, isn't it? You see? There, right at the most important part. And even an amateur can hear it. An amateur with a mixing board, maybe. You're missing the point. We'll never stamp out crime until we're perfect. Perfect! There he goes again. Right, amateur forehead. You will prove my point. Huh? Me? We'll find the miscue. You will tell us which incident, which part is the guilty party. But how? Did I not just explain it? Move the sliders with L and held up and held down to adjust the volume for each part. Then you will find the part that hopelessly bungles the key with L to the left and L to the right. You'll find it with your untrained amateur ears. Nothing to do but try, Apollo. I guess. I'll admit, this looks kind of fun. Looks. Quotation parts. Use blah blah blah. Well, jump to another part with L and R. And use L and switch parts right. Got it. Once you found the guilty party, press X to point it out. Then to rock. You okay? Guess I will do this just to prove a point. And 2. What the hell is that?
Take that!
This part is off. Wait, what's that? Second guitar? Ah. It was you, Darian. Ah, well, looks like the cat's out of the bag. Ah, well, that's all you have to say? That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Darian. Here they go again. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask about the concert. Starting to feel like we're just wasting time. It's all experience under our belts. That can't be bad. Mixing board will be helpful, I guess. Still can't get over the title for that song. Guilty Love. If you are, as I am, into the intimacy, the dreams are like that, a dream of this romance, synchronicity. I was wondering if you knew anything about this. Does it look familiar? Familiar? It's mine. That's my keyring. I've been looking all over for it. What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin. I knew it. Apollo, how can you make that I knew it face? This is the keyring that was... Yeah, I know. Thanks anyway. So, where did you find it? Actually, the victim was holding it. Like he was trying to keep it from the killer, even if it meant his life. If it meant his life. What? What? The victim? You mean Mr. Letouce had my keys? Indeed. When will my trials be over? Speaking of trials, I never heard Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has been today. Emma was right about the fop, I'll give him that. Apollo! Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today. I really don't think that's... Tell us. And we'll keep mum about the keyring for now. Are you blackmailing me for a line? I wrote those lyrics, you know. That it was Lamrar who gave them life. Though it was Lamrar who gave them life. Wow, that's beautiful. Grr, maybe I should try to write some lyrics someday. Trying to think about a police song. Hold on a moment. Dun, 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 I forgot how demolition man works, and I don't remember that time. That song. You were saying something about your motorcycle not starting? And something about your guitar case being busted? You're well informed. You mentioned it a few times. Ugh, it's all happened this morning. It's all of this keyring's fault. The keyring? It's got all my keys on it, yeah? Like my bike key, my car key, and the key to my guitar case. Wait, so this keyring, it disappeared. I swear that I thought I put it in my jacket pocket, but I swear that it was the spirits in the material world. Prosecutor Gavin's key ring disappeared? I had to come into the concert by taxi. How embarrassing. And in order to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock. Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that... The very one. Up in flames. And right on stage too. I actually thought that was part of the show. Crazy. Like that one Aerosmith song. And to top it off, Mr. Lutai's life was taken. Nobody told me about days like these. Not even the Foo Fighters. Strange days. But people are strange when you are with them. Nobody is all in alone. You think? What's wrong, Tracy? Well, I was just trying to make sense of everything. First, this heart-shaped keyring that gets stolen. Maybe it was Courtney Love that did it. Then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Then Mr. Latouche dies. Yes, and? Could it all be really just a coincidence? Coincidence? Meaning? Guardian, can make any sense of all of this? Hey, don't look at me. What do you think, Apollo? Huh? I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all of this was planned. You are thinking what I think you're thinking. Are you Fräulein? I am. What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here. The name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about? Haven't you noticed the connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today? Well... You know, something was bugging me too. Keyring, the guitar, and the body. Slow down there, Polly. You look a wee bit dizzy. He's bluffing. He hasn't figured it out. Fess up if you're a man. You're as clueless as I am. Huh? No, give fair forehead a chance. Let's see your evidence of the connection, shall we? Evidence? I better think of something pronto. Come on, Apollo. Let's see it. What's the connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles? It's this, isn't it? Lyric sheet. We got the guitar serenade. What's that got to do with everything? It has everything to do with everything. Though I wouldn't have believed it if the Fräulein hadn't pointed it out. What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles. Maybe it's a coincidence, or perhaps it means something. Don't you think, Fräulein? I do. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics to this song. What? No way. Look, just think about everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. Let's list them in the order that they occurred. Wow, reading this lyrics sheet. First, the keyring that was stolen. Not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring. That's right here. When he stole... when you stole away the keys my heart held onto so tight. This is a heart holding keys. And next his guitar burst into flame. Burning on in my life, fire, burn my love all away. And then Mr. Lutus was killed. Like a bullet of love, fire, take my life away. But that's just crazy. Yeah, no kidding. So everything that happens today here, this song predicted it all? Or perhaps it was the other way around. Huh? The criminal could have based the crimes on the lyrics. Oh, who would go through all that trouble? Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubt. Like that band, no doubt. I know that Gwen Stefani personally. She's too good to be trusted, even with that Blake Shelton fellow. Okay. I believe you stumbled upon something quite vital and quite annoying, Fräulein. He looks pleased. Lyrics predicting the crying clavier. Seems a bit more just than a coincidence to me. I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, and the murder. The keyring might have been dropped by accident. Yet the victim was holding onto it. Or do you think that it was unconnected? That's true. Prosecutor Scaffin as calm and collected as ever right now. So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics? That sounds likely. Why would anyone do that? While we think about that, I'm going to get cracking on the biggest crime here. I'm going to talk to the Borginian embassy about this Mr. Letus. There. Thanks, Dorian. I'll leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here. A foreign national, Mr. Letus, was killed. Seems like that would have been the point to all of this. But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery. Mr. Gavin is sure irritable today. Maybe this is the real prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in the courtroom. I've had enough, frankly. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep it to yourselves, Ja. Guess this is all we're gonna get from Prosecutor Gavin. That leaves Lamorar to question. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where Lamorar is now? I had to go to my dressing room. With that pianist Becky to buy, of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. Letus's sudden passing. The governor's dressing room. Got it. July 7th, backstage hallway. Ah! Eek! Who's there? There he goes again. Who is that guy? Huh? Trucy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. So he is a friend of yours. No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, you mean more curious? July 7th, Governor's dressing room. Lamorar! What has happened? I heard that Mr. Letus has died. Lamorar, you speak? I mean, you speak English? Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Virginia. But I'm not Virginian by birth. But wasn't Mr. Letus your interpreter? Yes, it was Mr. Letus's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see. Then your pianist is also? No, Mackie is Virginian. He does not speak English. Now, please tell me, what has happened to Mr. Latos? Why did he... Actually, Mr. Latos was... Trucy. Huh? Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said. Not one word. But Mr. Latos is Lamorar's manager. That's not fair to her. I mean, isn't she a related party? Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I'd suspect. All we have been told is to wait here in this room. It is very unsettling. I'm sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Of course. I'm always willing to help. She's as calm as she looks on stage. Can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lamorar. What is it, Maki? What? But you'd be alone. What seems to be the problem? Maki, he is not good around strangers. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright? Sure, of course. Very well. What is it you wish to ask me about? Well, first, can I have a little drink of water? Sure, go ahead. Alright, time for another intermission. Yeah. As I look into Lamora's dazzling eyes. You know, I haven't done this in a while. I'll just leave you with this song to remember her. I mean, I just love this song. Probably the audio is picking that up. I'm just gonna leave my microphone on the floor for a little bit. Yeah. After this long investigation, I'm just going to probably end the stream or do something entirely a little bit different. Depends on the timing of things. Check out stuff. Well, in a moment, here's something I wish to do first. That will take me a little time. I'll be right back. Hmm. Oh, and I was wishing one of my friends happy birthday today, and I didn't know that it was also another kind of important event, but I'm not going to get into details with that because I'm not sure if anybody would care about that here. Alright, I'm just gonna drink a little water. Usually, drink a little water and then just. Don't stare at me like that, Limar. I'm getting to you eventually. Hold on. What's this over here? Look, it's a postcard of Lamar. What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before. It must be your native tongue, Virginian. A landscape painter in sound. This is how it would translate roughly. Please take one. Landscape painter in sound. That's a nice image. The Republic of Virginia. That's in Northern Europe, right? I've never even heard of it. I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. You don't say! You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant. Producers tend to look for talents, Trucy. Oh, snap! Going right on that. Lamar, you're not from Virginia originally? Were you born here? Well... Oh, is it? That's supposed to be a secret? Image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say. I'm also not to speak anything but Virginian in public. Image is important, I guess. She's not all Image, though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound. A painter in what? She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. That's the secret to your music's beauty, right? You're very perceptive. Oh, I use her songs all the time in my stage act. I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I? Stop while you're ahead, Trucy. This landscape painter in sounds too is an image. Yet without it, my sounds would not be so widely heard. They even call you the siren of the ballad, right? Yes, in Virginian, Lamar means the siren. I fear that perhaps already I am not the siren I once was. Are you gonna question her about that? Your pianist Maggie, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. He's very European. I met him while singing in restaurants in Virginia. He's an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale, almost. I notice he hardly leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Virginia before we met. I made his presence part of my contract. Maggie and I together are Lamar. Together, always. Mr. Latouche was my new manager. New? Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I learned Mr. Latouche at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter? Even though you speak English? Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one. I wonder if in Japanese it would have been America. Though I fear that may have to be cancelled now. Those poor Japanese. Was Mr. Latouche from the Republic of Virginia too? Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there's much I do not know about him. And now I shall never know. No one will even tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't able to talk to anyone. Mr. Latouche was a talented man. The siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I'm happy for him that it has become so well known. The siren. That's what he meant. Huh? Apollo? You are the siren, right, Lemar? That is the meaning of my name in Virginian, yes. It was the name my producer gave me. And also him, apparently? But why do you ask? It's very important. I had to know for sure that the siren was you. Huh? What do you mean important? I'll tell you. You deserve to know. Siren. Turns out that's a very important word in this case. How? When we found Mr. Latouche, he was still alive. What? I heard him say something. His last words. Mr. Latouche, can you... Blah, blah, blah. A witness. Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness? The witness. Siren. He said siren? Really? I was the only one there to hear it, but I'm sure that's what he said. Mr. Latouche said that? Ask the witness. And you're the siren, Lamar. Did you see what happened? Lamar? When I ask, are you with the police? Huh? Well, no, I'm a defense attorney. An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes. Is that a problem? Does an attorney not work for a client? If you have no client, you should leave the investigation to the police, I think. But, Lamar, I am sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack the authority to ask them. Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us? I believe we are through here. I believe so. Darn it. Guess I'm back here. There's not anywhere else to go. Oh, right. Almost forgot. Would you mind taking a look at this Lamar? I'm sorry. I'm not sure what to say. Wish I could help you. Don't worry about it, but it's your lyric sheets. Certainly one of the most pleasant refusals I've ever had. That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you? My brooch? Yes. Well, it may be mine. Yeah, yours, Lamar. I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lamar's. Thank you. I was wondering where I drop it. So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question. Is something wrong, Apollo? What was this brooch doing at the crime scene? July 8th, 12:22 a.m. Well, for me, it's like 8:52 p.m. 8:54. backstage hallway. Whoa, who's there now? It's you. Where were you? Gemma. Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual. You bet something's wrong. The impossible's happened. Mr. Impossible was here. And he was Mr. Incredible. Ark, it's all your fault, you know. Oops, maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene. What do you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. What's gone? The body's stupid. What else? Huh? Mr. Lucius's body has disappeared. What? July 8th, Lemur's dressing room. Prosecutor Gavin. I'm your vacant stare. I gather you're here. You've heard the news. I heard Mr. Lucius's body has gone missing. Look for yourself. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. Is it the dill pickle? How can you just stand there? We have to start the investigation. We have to find Tommy Pickle as well. And Angelica, she's always a brat. I've never liked her. There's no need for alarm, Forland Detective. Huh? All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we find ourselves a cadaver. Abracadabra. I want to reach and grab ya. There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later. Oh, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin. We'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this. How could Mr. Lucius's body just disappear? Woo, woo, woo. Paul, you heard the man. Let's get searching. Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but... Yes, Dorian? See, Gator's gone missing. It was in the dressing room. Gator? Who's Gator? That's what I call my guitar. You like it, man? Your guitar was stolen? This hasn't been a good day for guitars or Gators. Okay, body first, then guitar. And if someone finds a guitar, please bring it to our dressing room. Gator's like a missing person, not lost and found, man. Something's new. Wonder what could it be? July 8th, 12:57 a.m. in the wings. Huh? Does something seem different to you, Apollo? Something is definitely different here. Let's check it out. The stage there must have been lowered before. That's the tower that Lamar and Prosecutor Gavin were singing on. Someone must have raised it. I don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We could use that to take a look up top. Maybe we should go get Emma. What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves. I'm not so good with heights. Stop whining and start climbing. Ark. How did they get a ladder up there? It didn't look that high from below, really. But when we got up to the top, I felt every one of those 15 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. What did they find? Eek! We found two things we were looking for, and one thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Maki Tobai. And credits. Well, that has been a great day. Here's more. July 8th, 9:09 a.m. Right at Anything Agency. Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry. No kidding. Why did they arrest Maki? Why? Don't look at me like it's my fault. Maki Tobai, the blind pianist, arrested on suspicious of murdering Romain Letus. I can't believe such a cute little boy could do something such horrible. I guess they had proof of some kind. What proof could possibly prove that? Morning. Prosecutor Gavin. What a night, eh? I apologize for being so upset. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Maki? Why? Don't look at him like it's his fault either. It was rough for me too. We performed together that night after all, yet? The powers that be say that, given the circumstances, it could only have been him. What do you mean by the circumstances? Lemar was invited from Virginia as an ambassador of goodwill. And goodwill. It is vital that this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be wants, really. Well, all those circumstances... Well, those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Maki the only possible suspect? Hey, Forehead, you seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution, the enemy. But you've helped me out last time. Yeah, but that was that, and this was now. Ah, right. I think I like decided Prosecutor Gavin better, actually. I'm not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case. Especially not to the defense attorney. What? Did you just say me, the defense attorney? That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. You mean Maki? Maki wants me? This is what we've been waiting for, Apollo. Let's get going. Right. Good luck. Good luck. I'm out to question Laminar. Right. Later. I hope I'm up to this. July 8th. Detention Center Visitor's Room. Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid could do something so terrible. You said that already. Maki, everything's going to be okay. We're here for you. Hi. Maybe you can tell me about last night? Huh? That was when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this. In a country so far from everything he's ever known. Maybe Lamar can help. But didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? Good luck. I'm off to question Lamar. Well, what are we going to do? That's, a good question. I can't think of anything we can do but go with this. And hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. Alright. I got an idea what to do for the next hour or so. But that only will happen if I can pull this off. Hopefully everything works out as planned. So, hold on a moment while I do something a little different. I'll be right back a little bit. Oh, shoopity whoop. One thing to disconnect. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna close that now.